Hello everyone, Dr. Mercy here with All Mercy Psychiatry and Integrative Care. I hope you had a good week. It was a long weekend. I hope you took time for rest, time for some self-care. Remember, self-care is not selfishness. Remember that. I hate to think that all mental health patients consider themselves like something lacking, or I will hate for society to continue to feel like there's something lacking just because someone has been diagnosed with a mental illness. If you watched our seminar or our webinar, online webinar last week on Friday, Dr. Rushi from India said in India, mental health patients are considered weak, not being able to function like other people in the society. That resonated a lot with me, and I came up with this word, Weak-TACULAR. Weak-TACULAR. I hope it doesn't sound weird because it sounds very strong and powerful to me. I know that this may not only be happening in India, that mental health patients are considered weak. It may be happening in so many other places in the world. And even within the mental health patients themselves, I know sometimes some of them may think that they are weak. I want to say you are Weak-TACULAR. Weak-TACULAR comes from, this is Mercy talking. This is my word. Weak-TACULAR comes from weakness and spectacular. I want to say, even though you have some weaknesses, you are still spectacular. Who doesn't have flaws? Who doesn't have weaknesses? Let me categorize that. You may be physically weak. You may lack physical strength. However, you may have this inner motivation. You may be compensated with this determination, with this mental fortitude, with this mental power, even though you have physical weakness. So yes, you are Weak-TACULAR. You are spectacular. Inside, your motivation, your determination takes you further in spite of your physical weakness. Boxing or fighting may not be your career. However, your mind, your motivation, your determination may be stronger than your physical weakness. So yes, you are Weak-TACULAR. Your mind is spectacular in that way. You are Weak-TACULAR. Let's look at another area where you may be weak. You may be emotionally weak. You may be emotionally struggling. You may be sensitive. You may be very, very emotionally vulnerable. However, you still have that emotion and that capability to endure and to have lived through many difficult or challenging circumstances. Yes, you're vulnerable. Yes, you're sensitive. But yes, you are strong emotionally. You have lived through some things that another person may not have gone through. Please recognize that spectacular side of yours. Emotionally weak, emotionally vulnerable, yet spectacular and unique in another area. Just don't look at that. Oh, I'm vulnerable. Oh, I'm too sensitive. I'm going to avoid this area where they talk about this. I'm going to avoid this thing that exposes some vulnerability in me. No. Also think about the other areas where you have gone through some challenges and you're still standing strong, that would have killed or crippled or crushed another person. But you went through that in spite of the fact that you're emotionally vulnerable. Yes, you are Weak-TACULAR. You are emotionally weak, but you're spectacular due to what you have gone through. We can also see that you are weak in another area, maybe your character. Maybe you have some character flaws. Maybe you know that you're not the best person to handle certain character traits or characteristics as a personality. However, look at it this way. You have some exceptional qualities. You have integrated yourself with some exceptional virtues that not everybody possesses. Yes, my character is flawed in this area, but I have this quality. I qualify for this. I uphold this virtue that not everybody can uphold. Yes, I have character weakness, but at the same time, I am spectacular due to the virtues that I have encompassed myself with, due to the virtues that people see, due to what I represent, due to the qualities that are in me that I represent. Yes, you are weak-tacular. Another area that people really struggle with is intellectual weaknesses. You're weak-tacular, I'm weak-tacular, we are all weak-tacular. Intellectual weaknesses. You may not be a good plumber, but you may be a good electrician. So look at it this way. Intellectual weaknesses. Recognize your limitations. Recognize where you are challenged. Also recognize where you are gifted. Recognize the talents elsewhere. You may have intellectual weaknesses. However, you have this ability to adapt. You have this curiosity to learn more, to the point where you recognize that talent in you. To be intellectually strong in one area, develop and adapt yourself in another area, even though you know that you are weak in another area. Yes, you may be intellectually weak in one area, but you are spectacular in another area. Yes, you are weak-tacular. Please let us recognize all these and embrace ourselves in spite of our differences. Let us recognize all this. You are weak-tacular yet unique. You are weak-tacular yet loved. You are weak-tacular, yes, genuine. You are weak-tacular, yes, trustworthy. You are weak-tacular and you belong. There's nothing wrong. There is no perfect person. Show me one perfect person. And blessed are you if you're perfect. I am not. And I recognize the fact that because I am not perfect, I will not be held down. I am weak-tacular. If you know you are weak-tacular, walk with your head high, because each day we try to live it better than we met it yesterday. Each day we try to walk on our floors and become the best versions of who we are. Each day we live it in a better space in our brain, in our head, in our mind above all. Remember, let your mind be your home. Each day, find that peace in your mind that yes, I am weak-tacular, yet valued, yet loved, yet accepted, yet strong. How can you be weak and strong? It may be a paradoxical combination of words. But yes, it brings out who you are, and you're special, very special. We all strive to be better. Accept the fact that you're weak-tacular and move on. I am weak-tacular. And so, I am weak-tacular. I belong here. I am loved. I am me with my weak-tacular self. Follow us this week with our A to Z series. This week we are tackling the B word, and the chosen word is bipolar. bipolar. Very, very popular word, yet very complex. So this week we'll be in our A to Z series of mental illness disorders. We'll be talking about bipolar. So please stay tuned, follow up. Very popular word, yes, yet very complex. You can always email us mercy@allmercypic.com.